Is Chainlink the SEC's next target, or is this just FUD? And what does it mean for the price of Link? Hey guys, my name is Sheldon Evans, welcome back. Or if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on all bell notifications. As you know, YouTube does often gatekeep a lot of this cryptocurrency content, so unless you let them know that you want to see it, you might miss out on this time-sensitive information. So turn on all bell notifications. On my screen, I have a tweet by Zeus Capital that says, Chainlink will face the SEC next after Ripple. As you guys know, I recently published a video about Ripple and the SEC, and right after I published that video, XRP took a big, fat, huge dump. So is the same thing going to happen to Chainlink? Maybe, maybe not. Let's look into this and see what exactly is going on. If you follow this link to Ethereum World News, you'll see that we have this article. Chainlink will eventually be classified as a security by Zeus Capital. Zeus Capital has once again targeted the Chainlink project, claiming the team carried out an unregistered securities offering. Now the key phrase here is once again. This is not the first time that we've had this so-called Zeus Capital targeting Chainlink. They did this earlier on in the year in around July or August, where they published an article claiming that Chainlink is crypto's wirecard. Here is the link that they can't take down, crypto's wirecard, the Chainlink fraud exposed. And they made a huge 59-page expose or document basically outlining how Chainlink is a fraud. And shortly after that, many people were seeing sponsored tweets of this exact tweet. As you can see that it got tons of engagement, 1,400 comments, 1,700 retweets, 8,500 likes. So with only 8,100 followers. So this account did actually promote this tweet many times, and it was shown all around the cryptoverse on Twitter. Many people were seeing it daily. I know I was seeing it quite a lot. And it seems that Zeus Capital is doing this again. Now, has the SEC targeted Chainlink? Is this true? Well, not really. Could the SEC target Chainlink? Well, yes. So the SEC could target anyone they want to, but would they target Chainlink? Not really. This seems to be FUD, just as it was earlier on in the year. And how do I know that it was FUD? Well, it was actually proven. So after this article was published by Zeus Capital, it came out that Zeus Capital is actually an anonymous and fraudulent entity going by the name. Zeus Capital published and heavily marketed a hit piece on Chainlink as part of a short and distort scheme. Now, why would anyone pay to basically bring down Chainlink? Could it be a competitor? What is going on? Well, a short and distort scheme, essentially what they're doing is it's insiders who hold Chainlink and are trying to drive the price down in order to buy it cheaper or to short Chainlink itself. So this is a very common thing that happens in markets and in crypto specifically, that people are trying to acquire as much cryptocurrency as they can. So there's a lot of market manipulation going on. People are using their big bags and their basically influence to drive the price in whatever direction that they like. Now, the problem with this is that it's basically just pure market manipulation and playing on the psychology of people. This often happens with a lot of cryptocurrencies, but it's been seen quite clearly with Chainlink and this Zeus Capital. Now, Zeus Capital has done this multiple times. Accused of spreading FUD, Zeus Capital doubles down on Chainlink pump and dump claims. So Zeus Capital has released a new report reiterating its earlier stance that Chainlink is a giant pump and dump scheme. The thing with this is that Chainlink is going to pump no matter what happens. It is a very strong project, it has very good fundamentals, and it has a good use case. So it's going to increase in price, it's going to succeed. And what people are trying to do is acquire as much of it as they can. This happens often with Bitcoin and Bitcoin whales, manipulating the price as much as they can. So what these whales will do is they'll try to target a mass sell-off to acquire more Bitcoin as much as they can. So it's a coordinated event where Bitcoin whales will basically sell as much of their Bitcoin as they can, driving the price down and then purchasing back in lower and acquiring more Bitcoin, because we do all believe in the future of these projects. So it's not that Zeus Capital doesn't believe in the future of Chainlink. It's perhaps that they believe in it so much that they're trying to acquire as much of it as they can. And in doing so, they publish these hit pieces or these articles to drive the price down because they see a lot of success coming after this. And this can be backed up by what happened earlier on in the year around this time, August, when Zeus Capital was first doing this to Chainlink. As you can see here, that around this time, Chainlink was around $4 to $5. And right after this article, it pumped up to what? The peak that we saw, which was around $20, right? So it pumped the price right after this. We could see a very big move coming soon after these articles have been published because of this. So perhaps they know something that we don't, or maybe they are just manipulating the price because they have so much influence. As you can see with the tweet that they published, a lot of money was pumped into this. Thousands of dollars probably was pumped into pushing the price down, or the attempt to push the price down to acquire more Chainlink. Obviously it didn't work the first time, and this SEC news that we had with XRP, with Ripple, was the perfect catalyst for them to hop on board and basically ride the wave of a potential FUD or fear that they could spread in order to drive the price down. And you can see that this was proven that they are a scam when earlier in the year, as I said, they were debunked. And there's a huge article here on Smart Content that you can go and read. All you have to do is search for this title on Google and it'll show up. And it shows you exactly what market manipulation is and why they would do something like this. And we have some very strong evidence from the community as well. As you can see, we have a tweet here from Lark Davis that says, Zeus Capital sent me an email asking me to talk about their Chainlink FUD report. Their short must be so underwater right now as Link blasts past $10. So they emailed influencers and tried to pay them off to promote this article that I showed you earlier here. So they definitely are trying their best to try and get this article out and get as many eyes on it as possible. The thing is, you don't have to have true news for it to actually affect the market and affect the market psychology, right? You can spread whatever you like. If it gets traction, it will affect many people. If they only have one source of information and they don't have the other sources or the true sources of information, they follow by what they have, and that can affect the price dramatically. And again, we have another tweet from the Wolf of Wall Street, Scott Malka. Let me be clear, I would never take money to post something negative, ever. Zeus Capital did DM me this morning, but I replied politely, as I do to all DMs, that I had already posted a link chart yesterday. The screenshot is below for reference. Hi there, would you be interested in making a chart analysis of the current price action of Link for a fee and share it on your social media? We would be grateful. And you can see you replied, I did a link chart yesterday. So obviously Zeus Capital is trying their utmost to try and get many people to promote this. And the thing is, if you're reaching out to reputable people like Scott Malka and Lark Davis, who I highly respect and think publish excellent content, you should be aware that perhaps you will be called out on your trash, right? You can't be trying to spread FUD when you're reaching out to reputable names and reputable people in the space. So I think they should be very careful with what they're doing. They're just going to get called out on their trash again and proven that they are just trying to spread FUD. And again, the thing with this is that the SEC could absolutely target Chainlink. They could target whoever they want to. The reason they're targeting XRP or Ripple right now is Ripple has been so vocal about their need or their want to fight any sort of challenges that they get from the SEC. They will fight, and they're ready for that. And that's why the SEC has basically taken them on as a way to make a point perhaps and state their authority and show that maybe they can win, maybe they can do what is happening. And it is kind of working right now. XRP is being delisted from exchanges, unfortunately. So crypto exchanges start to delist XRP to avoid legal troubles. And the reason that I say unfortunately is not necessarily because I like XRP, but it's for the people that are losing money. As I said this yesterday, I got many people commenting on my previous video saying that I don't know what I'm talking about and that XRP is a great project. And the thing is that my views don't matter at all. The truth is that if you are going to invest in these projects and they're going to go down, you're going to lose money. And I don't want people to lose money. As I said on my Twitter, it breaks my heart when people lose money following things and getting emotionally attached to their investments. If something is going down, if you're losing something, it's best to cut your losses and maybe buy back in lower. So you could have sold off your XRP if you had some and bought back in lower. But unfortunately, instead of doing that, many people lost a lot of money during that XRP dump, where it dumped, 30-40% in a single day. You could have sold at the top and bought back in lower, or you could have ridden the wave. And that's the thing, like, you have to take profits in crypto. I say this all the time. We are in this to make money, take profits, buy back in lower, don't get emotionally attached to your investments. Just as Zeus Capital is trying to manipulate the market and manipulate you with their psychology and market psychology, you can do the same thing. You just have to play them at their own game. You have to play the markets. You have to think about what other people are doing. Most of cryptocurrency and most of trading is based on what other people are doing, not what is fundamentally correct. Many projects succeed that aren't fundamentally strong and aren't fundamentally sound, but based on marketing, based on market psychology, they can succeed and make a lot of money. We look at Dogecoin, which often gets pumped and dumped using TikTok, and TikTok influencers, young kids that are talking about this, and they pump it to a high price. Like, these markets are very susceptible to pump and dump schemes because they are quite small right now. Crypto as a whole is under $1 trillion in market cap. That's less than 1/10 of the market cap of just gold. So they are very susceptible to being pumped and dumped. Now, I do have good views for Chainlink. I do believe in the project. I do think it will succeed, and I do see it raising in price over the next couple of weeks, maybe even couple months, especially over the next couple of weeks, as I said previously, where after the previous FUD that was published by Zeus Capital, Chainlink basically made a run to an all-time high. Maybe that'll happen again, who knows? Let's see what plays out. XRP unfortunately has been delisted by a few exchanges, and maybe some major exchanges will start delisting it in the future. So could the price drop lower? Yes. Could it be very difficult to sell off your XRP? Yes. These are many things that you should keep an eye out. I'm not giving you any financial advice. As I've said before, I'm not qualified to give you financial advice, but I can only state my opinion and give what I would do in the situation. And to me, I don't really like writing out these losses and having this emotional attachment to my investments that could potentially ruin you if you do have a large chunk invested in XRP. So I've been getting tons of messages on my Twitter and people on Patreon saying that they're losing a ton of money right now and they don't know what to do. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about that. It's how the market moves, it's what happens. And when I did message some of my Patreons saying that, hey guys, stuff is happening with XRP right now, we've just got some insane news about the SEC, perhaps you should consider re-looking at your portfolio and seeing what's going on right now. A lot of them said, okay, it's fine, I'm willing to ride it out, and they're down more than 50% right now. So it really does depend on what you want to do. It's your own money. I can't tell you what to do with it. I'm just giving you the news, sharing what's happening in the markets and how you can prepare for this. All in all, I'm quite bullish on Chainlink. We'll see where this goes in the future. Currently, we do have a $5 billion market cap, is the biggest oracle. So there are some projects that I've spoken about in previous videos like API3 and Band that are competitors that can really take on Chainlink, but we'll see what happens in the bull run. It is definitely confirmed right now that we are in a bull market. As you guys know, Merry Christmas. We hit a new all-time high for Bitcoin yesterday on Christmas Day. It was a Christmas miracle. There we go. Bitcoin's now sitting at 24,827. Perhaps we can even reach a new all-time high at the end of this year. So that's all from me today, guys. Keep your money safe. Please don't lose any money. I'm here to share as much as I can. If you have any questions or disagree or agree with anything that I said, please leave it down in the comments below. Check out my Patreon if you haven't yet, and hit that subscribe button and turn on all bell notifications. As always, I shall see you in the next video. Cheers.